It turns outwards. We have 500. So next we have the sales. 200,000. The purchases. $17,000. And after the purchases, the trading stock. With the date given, 1st January 2019. The trading stock, it's 6,500. These are kwachas. Then the trading stock at the last date of the financial year. A trading period is also referred to as the financial year or the trading account. So the trading stock is at the last date of that year. Remember, we are preparing this book at the end of that financial year, which is at the end of the year. We know a year has 12 months, so it's a consecutive year of 12 months. As mentioned earlier, you can start your business at any given period of the time when you are able to start. You shouldn't always wait for January for you to start that business. So what is important is counting the 12 consecutive months for you to prepare the trading account. So under the trading stock, just this to be sure, trading stock, these are the sales, purchases. Okay, so under the trading stock for the last date, we have 9,000. Then carriage inwards. How much is the carriage inwards there? We have the 5,000. The last one there, we have the custom duty. So if you look at the format there, we have the same adjustments with the question. Custom duty of 3,000 kwacha. Okay. Then you are required to prepare a trading account for the year ended 31st December. So you are required to prepare a trading account for Mwalula for the year ended 31st December 2019. Okay. So before we can even start entering our transaction in the trading account, we have to identify in the question if at all we have the adjustments under sales and under purchases. Okay, so the first step is the title. So the first step is the title. Remember, a title is also a mark for an examination. So in this case, the title is going to say trading account. For M. Mwalula for the year ended 31st December 2019. Already when you write that, it's already a mark. So that whoever will come and check your book will know that what I'm going to, what this information is talking about is a trading account. So minus a title, someone who don't really know whether was that a trading account or not. So this is a guideline to know that the information given here is the trading account. So how do you prepare the trading account? We have the format there, which has the 3 columns for cash. And the first column for details, though we do not write details there, but in this case we are dealing with kwachas. Then this is, we know this is the sign for, okay, this is the sign for kwacha, for those who may not know. Okay, so this is how the format for trading account looks like before we can enter our transaction in the trading account. So we go back to the question. So in the question, we have to identify what should be entered in the trading account for us to come up with the gross profit. So firstly, we have the sales. So the sales there is the 20,000. So we send the details, we write sales. We have the 20,000. So before we can write the 20,000, we need to identify whether the sales is having the adjustments. So in this case, we have the adjustments, which are the returns inwards of 10,000. So we say sales, which is the 200,000, will be entered in the second column of the trading account. Then less returns inwards. How much are the returns inwards there? We have the 10,000. So we're going to put the 10,000 here. We are subtracting the 10,000 from the 200,000. As I mentioned earlier, we are putting the brackets that will help us know and not easily forget how these adjustments are being treated under the sales. So when we subtract 10,000 from the 200,000, what we are going to get is what is known as the net profit. So here the net profit, the net sales here will be 19,000. Okay? So when you subtract 0 minus 0, that, so here we'll have the thousands, then this, then here we'll have a 10, get the 1 from there. So here it will be 9. Okay, so these are our net sales. Any adjustments under sales? No. The next step, so here we've already dealt with the returns inwards and the sales. The next, what we're going to enter is the opening stock. What's the opening stock there? Remember, on the stocks we have 2 trading stocks. The other one is at the beginning of the year, then the other one at the end of the year. So when you're starting something, definitely it's at the beginning. So we're going to get the date at the beginning of that year. So we're going to say the net sales, we said it's also known as the turnover. Turnover. So when we find the turnover, that's when we go to the opening stock. We can also say the cost of goods to be sold. So let's say opening stock, how much is the opening stock there? Our opening stock is the 17, we have the 17,000. So where do we enter the 17,000? The 17,000 will be entered in the second column of the trading account. So we say opening stock, 17,000. The next, after the opening stock, we go to the purchases. Do we have any adjustments in the purchases? Okay. In the purchases, we have 3 adjustments. The first one, returns outwards, the carriage inwards, and the custom duty. So first we go to the purchases. The purchases there, sorry, on the opening stock, the figure is 6,500. 6,500, not the 17,000. The 17,000 is for the purchases. So we say purchases. Since we have the adjustments, here the purchases will be entered in the first column of the trading account. So the purchases there, we have the 17,000. 17,000. The next after the purchases, we're going to say less returns outwards. What are our returns outwards there? These are the goods we are sending back to our suppliers. So how much are the returns outwards? Returns outwards, that's 500. Subtracting the brackets there that are helping us to know that we are subtracting that. So when you subtract the returns outwards from the purchases, what you're going to get is what is known as the net purchases. Net purchases. So when you subtract 500 from 17,000, what we're going to get here is 16,500. So our net purchases there will be 16,500. Then the next adjustments are the carriage inwards, this transport money we are using as we are purchasing our goods and services, the charges for the imported goods, which are the custom duty. So here we're going to say add. What are we adding? The carriage inwards to the net purchases and the custom duties, the money charged for imported goods. So how much is our carriage inwards there? Our carriage inwards is 5,000. We are adding here 5,000. Then our custom duty, 3,000. So when you add the carriage inwards and the custom duty plus the net purchases, what you get is what is referred to as the total purchases. So when you add this, we're going to have to get, so let's say this 0, this plus that 0, this plus that 0, then we have 5 there, then we have 11, 14, so we're going to write 4, remainder 1, then add the 1 there. So these are our total purchases. So the only adjustment subtracted under purchases are the returns outwards. So after the total purchases here, we are going to add now the opening stock plus the total purchases. Then what you're going to get there is what is referred to as So when we add this plus that, 0, 0 plus 0, we get a 0. Then 5 plus 5, we get a 10. So it says 0, 0, a 10, so we write as 0, remainder 1. Then 6, that's a 10, 11 plus the other one. Then we have this. So that's now total purchases. The total purchases plus the opening stock. Then what you get there now, that 31,000 is what is referred to as the total stock available to be sold. So we say total stock available to be sold. So in our question, we've already dealt with this, the carriage inwards, and the custom duty. The carriage inwards, the custom duty. Now we are remaining with the opening stock, it's done. Now we are remaining with the closing stock, which is the 9,000. So how do you do with the closing stock? The closing stock is subtracted from the total stock available to be sold. So at this stage we're going to sell less closing stock. Closing stock is given with the last date of the month. So we say closing stock. How much is our closing stock there? Our closing stock is 3,000. We are subtracting this 3,000 from the total stock available to be sold. So when we subtract this, what we are going to get is, so we said 0 plus minus 0, 0, 0. You need to use your calculators. So it says 0, 0, 0, 1 there, so we say 11. Okay, then here we have a 2. Oh, I'm sorry, here it's 8. Then how do you, this figure after subtracting the 31,000, let it be a bit clear, 31,000. After subtracting 3,000 from 31,000, what you're going to get is 28,000. So the 28,000 will be subtracted from the selling price, which is 190,000. So when we subtract 28,000 from 190,000, what we're going to get is what is referred to as the gross profit. So here we say cost price. Remember, we are finding the gross profit. So when you subtract this from that, what we're going to get is 8. When you subtract that, we say 2, 6. So we're going to get 162,000 as our gross profit. Remember, the aim for preparing the gross profit, the trading account, is to calculate the gross profit. So in this case, our gross profit is 162,000 kwacha. How do you calculate the gross profit? The gross profit is calculated with the formula below. Gross profit is equal to selling price. In this case, our selling price was 190,000 minus the cost price of 28,000 kwacha. and our gross profit was 162,000. For more questions, for any questions, you can text me on the line which is on the screen, 077 7404 570. However, you should note that a trading account is prepared at the end of the financial year, which is the period of 12 consecutive months. Have no questions with me? For accounts grade 11, today we end here. See you next time and enjoy the rest of the classes.
Perfect. That was okay.
First time, no auditions. Oh my God.
That was okay.
It was okay?
Yeah, it was. First time.
And
that one was okay.
Time. I was complaining on time. Accounts, it's 2 periods. So, in 1 period, but I tried to... No. I was wondering, I thought maybe I may not manage covering it. Good afternoon, class. And these are examples of crops that we grow in Zambia and the livestock.
look at our geographic expression.
Good afternoon, class. And these are examples of crops that we grow in Zambia and the livestock.
Look at our geographic expression.
Good afternoon, class. And these are examples of crops that we grow in Zambia and the livestock.
Look at our geographic expression.
Good afternoon, class. And these are examples of crops that we grow in Zambia and the livestock.
Look at our geographic expression.
Good afternoon, class. And these are examples of crops that we grow in Zambia and the livestock.
Look at our geographic expression.
Good afternoon, class. And these are examples of crops that we grow in Zambia and the livestock.
Look at our geographic expression.